Tour Walk. Hope you got a bit of money on Royal Recluse in the last. 4-year-old mare by St Hilarion from Queen's Powell, raced by LZ and IJ Griffin, trained by Tony and Lynn Prendergast at Riccarton. I think that's their second winning horse today. And Jan Cameron, the winning rider, winning form at the trials at Timaru about 10 days ago, or 14 days ago it might have been now. And Royal Recluse having its 12th start today. It's fashioning a pretty useful record, 50% in the money. 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds for Royal Recluse. Certainly has the breeding to go on with it in the last as Jan Cameron brings it back at the head of the field. The winner of the New Zealand Thoroughbred Breeders Association Famous 1200. We'll have a look at the latest markets for race 3 at Manukau. Judges' calls confirming as they went past the post here at Otago. Number 1, Candy's Back. Carney's Back, 885 and 240. My Mentor, number 2 at 230 and $1.20. Canasta Kid, 955 and 230. Worthy Jill, number 4 at 315 and $2.50. Number 5, Moon Legend, 1325 the win and 370 for the place. Go down to 6, Sandy Dew at 685 the win and 275 for the place. 7, Renegade Girl, 885 the win, 230 the place, and Expert's Pride at 580 and 175. Race 3 at 425 at Manukau Stadium. It's the maiden feature stakes. Got the result coming through of the last here. Royal Recluse whipping past Aim to Please with 150 metres to go. And Jan Cameron, who's had a pretty good trot just lately. Hands and heels with the whip just going over the shoulder, and the horse wins it with its ears pricked. Obviously one of the few enjoying the wet conditions here at Wingatui for the last event, and a nice dividend if he got out on the last. 5.55 and $1.95. 5, Dragon Flight at 6.50 for the place, and 7, Provise at 4.65 for the place, turning up the Quinella and Trifecta dividends. 5 and 9 in the Quinella, 88.30, and the Trifecta 9, 5 and 7, 1651.85. That wraps up today's racing here at Wingatui. We'll be back with a review of some of the feature races here today shortly, but meantime it's back up to Auckland and Peter Rurley at Manukau Stadium.
Thanks, Sheldon. I don't think we're too far away from getting some of that rain you've been getting down there this afternoon either, Sheldon. Pretty cloudy here as we look out the window. The TV doesn't really do justice to the weather. It looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it, looking at it on screen here. First leg of the TAB treble. The third here this afternoon set to run at 4.25. And the favourite is number 2, My Mentor. We spoke to Bob Van Maywin earlier today prior to the meeting, and it's the only charge they have in. But as he said, anything can happen in these maiden events, especially over 548 metres. But it is the favourite, My Mentor, with Dallas, the Greyhound, 2.35 and $1 and 40 cents. The second favourite being Expert's Pride at 4.20 and 1.55, and we're looking at about 3 minutes to the tote closing for race number 3. Greyhounds just on the move. First the treble. The treble races today on 3, 4 and 5. Races 3, 4 and 5. If you are investing on your phone account, the only defections are the reserves, the 9s and the 10s, so they're all starting in the 3 legs of today's TAB treble. The second of the treble, race number 4, JD Glass. We spoke to Ben Craig. He liked that a lot, so that might be an anchor in the treble today. And the third leg of today's treble, another very, very interesting race, race number 5. Linda's Lucky could go quite a good race from box number 6. Bonjour Blues been knocking in box number 3. And Barbie Keto, where did I see that go the other day? At Hamilton, won a good second. And Dino's Flyer. Just last start failure, we can forgive it there, but could bounce back today. So the treble on races 3, 4 and 5 this afternoon. If you are investing, you have a couple of minutes to get that on. In picture shot there, we've got Expert's Pride, the second favourite by West Cape from Let Track's Choice. And a well-bred youngster, West Cape, needs no introduction to those involved in greyhound racing here in New Zealand. One of the leading sires across the Tasman, West Cape. And Let Track's Choice. Greens did have a couple from the first litter out of Let Track's Choice who raced pretty well also. So they've followed up with the purchase of Expert's Pride. Has had 5 starts for 1 win and a couple of thirds. It's a form on the track. Over the distances, 1 start for no placings, but on the course 2 starts for 1 minor placing. In shot there is Canasta Kid. Trained by Billy and Dawn Annette. Dawn with the Greyhound, Canasta Kid by Avalon Boy from Supreme Legacy. And its form here, 6 starts for 3 minor placings over 548, and good odds at 875 and 205, and it could be thereabouts in this very even field. So about a minute away from the tote closing for the third event. The rain not falling as yet as I look out the window here, but it's not too far away. In shot there now we have Worthy Jill, and Worthy Jill from the Wallbank Kennels at Ngaruawahia. 10 starts and yet to win a race, Worthy Jill. She's by Spade Worthy out of a Petite Reaction, so she's bred to run along all right, and could today be her day. Last start was a second at Hamilton in a penalty-bearing race behind Advanced Spot, was it, a few weeks ago. And Worthy Jill has the blue rug on. Bit of a squeeze box this afternoon. 10 starts for 4 placings, 6 starts on the track for a couple of placings. And if it can get away from box number 4, she could be thereabouts. We're just awaiting this all clear. We're getting it now, so I'll put that to the course. All clear coming through for the third. Renegade Girl and shot there with Roger Lindley. 1 start for a third by Wendy's Legend from Dottie's Pride, so she should be able to run along a little, Renegade Girl. And the third was behind Tall Talk here at Manukau. So the starter will call them forward for the running of race number 3, the first leg of the TAB treble. Odd numbers will go up. Canny's Back, Canasta Kid, Moon Legend, Renegade Girl. They come forward. In they go. Looks as though Worthy Jill's boxing before the field into 4. Yes, it is. Worthy Jill boxing up first. A little hard to box. Now the odd numbers go up. Canny's Back just about scooted around the outside. The young lady's got it in there now. Expert's Pride goes up. Sandy Dew. My Mentor, the favourite, draws the inside. So we're all set to go. Race 3, the first leg of today's TAB treble. The maiden feature final. Bunny sent away now. Favourite from 2. Racing My Mentor out pretty well also, and showing up with that is Worthy Jill, and wider out there we go to Renegade Girl, the rail Canasta Kid. That's followed out wider by Moon Legend. Expert's Pride scouts the outside, and dropping towards the tail, Sandy Dew and Canny's Back. Down the back they go, and My Mentor in front, and doing it nicely from Renegade Girl, Moon Legend. A length back there we go to Expert's Pride, runs into the race. That's followed a couple back by Worthy Jill. Back in the field is Sandy Dew, Canasta Kid, and last Canny's Back. On the corner, My Mentor still in front. Renegade Girl tries hard the outside, but My Mentor's home from Renegade Girl. Then we go to Expert's Pride. That's followed there by Moon Legend. On the outside of that we had Worthy Jill. A couple back the field would have been Sandy Dew, and last to greet was Canny's Back. The further they went, the further he got in front. My Mentor, he's won it nicely from Renegade Girl and Expert's Pride. The numbers 2, 7 and 8 required in race number 3. Picked them up from the boxes for you, and number 7 jumps out. Renegade Girl crosses 1 or 2 of them there, but showing early speed the inside. My Mentor along with Worthy Jill. Wider out there is Renegade Girl. They settle going into the first bend, and My Mentor with these big strides comes out in front, moves out just a little wide. Ooh, trouble there. Bang, off the fence went Canasta Kid, and checked also Worthy Jill there. So the 3 and the 4 really put out of the race at that stage. In front, My Mentor from the rail Renegade Girl. The outside was Moon Legend, and the eventual third place getter Expert's Pride, covering a fair bit of ground, the big bloke, out wide on the track, but he'll get up and run third. So down the back, and it's My Mentor, Renegade Girl, Moon Legend, and Expert's Pride coming across the top, and he's doing it quite nicely, this dog. He's once they've gone past the post, he's actually stuck his head down even further, and he's raced to the bunny about 10 clear, but up he comes, and it looked as though Renegade Girl might have given him a bit of cheek coming up the straight, but he's just foxing, isn't he? My Mentor by Catch My Patch from Sweet Afton, owned by Chris Van Maywin, the son of Dallas and Bob, and also Nigel Fanning, in a beating number 7, Renegade Girl, and 8, the third one in, and that was Expert's Pride. 4 lengths, a half length. The time for the journey, 33.15, 33.15. So that'll be all official in race number 3. We'll have a break, and we'll bring you those divvies.
Mark from Wash World, offering our first franchise site here at Te Rapa Strait, Hamilton. This site will offer 8 self-service car washing bays for all types of vehicles, 24 hours a day. Call us on 0800 833 600 for more details.
It's a racing bonanza at Wingatui for the Otago Racing Club Racing Thursday and Queen's Birthday.
Number 4, Apollo Barney won the first race. This was the Heck Anderton Memorial Hurdles, and it was a jumping double for the Andertons, or the first leg of a jumping double. Jato, who looked like it had the race won, turning for home, was second, and Double Bow was third, combining to start trifecta punters on an almost $1,000 note in race 1. Second event, one of the easiest wins of the day. Glowing Prince relished the soft track conditions. Kirsten Grant, hands and heels all the way up the straight, won it by about 3 or 4 lengths in the end from the Anderton runner Our Edition, which won a good race at its debut. And Cess Beckett trained Mary Adam was third at $11.30. That turned up the trifecta dividend to just under $5,000. Third race today was won by 14 Regal Star for the Williams stable at Ashburton at $9.50 and $3.05. Bob Dobolino was second at $2.60, and another Williams runner third, second edition at $13.50. All combined for a $48.50 Quinella in race 3 and a $3,152.35 trifecta on the third. The Williams runners first and third in that race. Feature event today was the steeples. It was a prelude to the Otago steeplechase, which is coming up here on the second day of the Winter Carnival on Monday. It was the Stan Mackay Memorial, and it was basically considered to be a match race between Feldo and Diablo 2, chasing big points in the New Zealand Jumping Association Novice Steeple Series. But as it turned out, the Andertons weren't to be stopped today, and as I mentioned, they picked up a jumping double, the first half being Apollo Barney in the first race, and in the steeples event they had a horse that opened up paying about $4, ended up paying $8, third digit, and surprisingly enough, over the last 400 metres it proved too slick on the flat for Feldo, as we have a look at about the last 1800 metres of the event.
And I don't know what happened there, but Killaloe's fallen on the flat, and now there's the first casualty over the fences, and Ben B. Cool's tossed its rider. So just having a look back, Terry Kennedy to his feet, and Killaloe appears to be quite okay as well. They work their way down the far side now. Looking at that other runner, Ben B. Cool, the rider getting to his feet, and that horse appears to be quite okay as well. So they've gone over the next, and there's the next casualty, and Rivertown Dude's lost its rider. So over the next fence they go, and Jack's 11 jumping it very slowly at the tail of the field. The leader is third digit in a chapter of events from at the 1,000 metre mark. Third digit's a half length to spare over Feldo. Then followed 2 lengths away to Diablo 2's become prominent with Strike Flight on its outside, and this quartet have got it to themselves. 2 riderless horses who appear to be quite okay as the leaders go towards the next fence. Up and over they stream. A beautiful jump, Diablo 2. Just going over that fence was User Pays, and Jack's 11, he doesn't want to go over it, but he will, and he got over it just. So working their way down towards the 700 or 800 metre mark now. It's Feldo by about a head only from third digit the inside. About 6 to Diablo 2 and Strike Flight, the only runners in it. At the next fence, over they stream. The leading 4 got over it safely enough, and the next runner is User Pays. It goes to it now, and Jack's 11. He'll be trying desperately to get over that fence. He slows right up at it and crawls over it. Then found the water and didn't like that. Working their way up towards the last fence now as they turn the corner. Third digit the inside has got the measure of Feldo, who probably will outjump him as they come towards the last fence now. They're 10 in front of Diablo 2. And third digit, yeah, Feldo outjumped in the outside, took the lead back again. A great chase this. And it's Feldo. Debbie Henderson looks over her shoulder, and she's got a length on third digit, who's coming back again on the inside. Feldo and third digit, hard out at the pair of them. Feldo with his nose in front. Third digit's coming back on the inside. Third digit and Feldo and third digit with his pace on the flat. Third digit gets the money, second over Feldo, only a neck away. Then about 15 lengths further away we had Diablo 2.
Shane Anderton's second winning ride in the jumps races today aboard the Anderton trained third digit at 7:30 and 2:15. Another good race by Feldo. He jumped the better of the two and just succumbed on the flat. $1.50 for Debbie Henderson, and Diablo 2 in a gap was third, $1.35. Quinella was $8.70. Trifecta 10, 1 and 2, 61, 65 in race 4. It was the feature of the day. Chris Johnson had a winner today. It was in the familiar Winslow colours, and Shahrazad was the horse at 14 to 1. Lennox and David Wadley, another placing for him. He was second in one of 4, I think, Anderton runners in the race. 5-star Pete was third in race 5. Mosgiel Tavern, that's probably where everyone is now. was winning a double for Capped. It won at Oamaru on Saturday very impressively and was almost as impressive today with David Wadley aboard, $4.15, $1.85. Dun Craig second, Chris Johnson, and Alberton Gold, the horse that Terry Mosley thought was his best chance of a win today. Won a good race on the soft track for third money. It was a favourite, Trifecta, $40.30. Race 7 today here at Wingatui wrapped up their TAB double, and it was also the middle leg of the TAB treble. And it was interesting in the sense that there was a horse that was formerly a top winter sprinter in the North Island having its first start from the Williams stable, the top weight race around, and most interest in his performance after not having raced since September.
Outsider. It grabbed the lead from Random Pearl on the inside in that group also as Varicus, and then in between those runners next Gay Bachelor, then understudy the favourite from Playboy Prince. But it's Race Around. Race Around went away by 3 lengths now from Gay Bachelor. Random Pearl understudies coming out after them now. They're across the track. First Jug running on also, but it's Race Around at the moment with 100 to run, and it's Race Around that's all over. It's Race Around that's raced to the lead and won the money easily. Second over on the outside, Pings of Powell is followed back by understudy, then came...
Had been in trials form and won it very easily at a nice price for a horse of its talent against the opposition, $7 and $2.55. Pings of Powell returned a bit of confident punting early on during the race at $7 at $2.55 for second, and understudy was the favourite, finished third at $1.40. Quinella was 41 and a $278 trifecta on race 7. The upset of the day was in race 8, Just Lulu in the Apprentices race, and it won at 45 to 1. Kirsten Grant was second on Mazeppa at a $3 place dividend, and number 3 Noble Story from the Anderton stable again at $1.55. Joanne Collis rode the winner in the Apprentices race. Had to wait until race 9 on the flat for our closest finish today. They were across the track inside the last 100 metres in the 9th event today, and it was a very close finish. Any one of 6 or 7 could have won at 50 metres off the post, but in the end Stephen Ramsey picked his horse up, Gaz's Boy, in the last 50 metres and just got it to the post first.
From the grey, the Conqueror. Then on the inside is Main Street. Followed a little wider out on the outside is La Bellina. One off the fence next is the favourite, Refit, trying to poke through next. Then Gazina on the fence then from Gaz's Boy, and down the outside Bay of Biscay. Main Street on the inside, the Conqueror in the centre. Refit is between the two, then followed by Gaz's Boy, Centello, and behind them Bay of Biscay wider out there across the track. Refit with its nose in front of Refit. Gaz's Boy is lunging late. Refit, Gaz's Boy, don't know here. Refit, I think the inside of Gaz's Boy either way.
Gaz's Boy just got the snoz down on the post at $6.15 and $1.90. Beat Paul Richards on the favourite Refit, $1.55. And the grey horse, the easiest one to see all day, was number 1, the Conqueror, ran third at $2.55. Favoured Quinella at $6, and the trifecta $46.05 for 2, 3 and 1. Last event was run in the worst conditions of the day, and number 9, Royal Recluse, backed up some good trials form recently for a $5.55 and $1.95 return. 5 Dragonflight was second at $6.50, and 7 Provise made up the trifecta at $4.65, an $88 Quinella, and $1,651.85 if you got out on the trifecta in the last. Double today, Captain Race Around, 2 good performances of the day, $34.50, a nice dividend too for 2 class horses. Capt was very impressive at Oamaru, Race Around the class horse racing on the day, and Pings of Powell combining in the concession for $22.90. Understudy finished third. And the treble was Race Around with the outsider Just Lulu and Gaz's Boy in the closest finish of the day, $2,397.80. And that was it for the day. So as I mentioned, it was a good day early on. Most of Otago, like most of New Zealand, I suppose, got up early and watched the All Blacks thrash Wales, and we're looking forward to a good day's racing here at Wingatoo. And we got it for about, we got it all day. We got the weather for about the first 6 or 7 races, and then we got the southerly change that visitors from Southland had threatened would arrive. It arrived at about race 7. It's quite cold here, isn't it? Only the light's keeping us warm. That wraps it up today. I'll catch you tomorrow night, I think, in the studio, because Karen's away in Korea, which is probably a lot warmer than here. And even though it is apparently going to deteriorate later on at Manukau tonight, it can't be any colder than it is in Wingatui. And we'll catch up now with Peter Rurley with the opening markets for the 4th event at the Dogs. But you tomorrow night.
We can get the call on the 4th.
And Black Matic drawn up on the outside on box number 8. Last one down, your favourite JD Glass, the 2. Given a bit of trouble there too. Giving a lot of trouble, JD Glass. Starter's attendant grabs a hold of it and it's locked away now. JD Glass to 2. Others have been standing there for some time. Starter waves is all clear. Round it comes. Watch the favourite. Racing, JD Glass got away pretty quickly with Red Rhythm, and out on the centre of the track there, Tall Talk drives up to dispute the place. And behind them there we go to Ruahine Miss, getting to run through the rails. There was Blue Spot Pride. And copping a check and dropping to the tail there is Kapai Rama. And just behind that is Cuba Libra. Down the back they go, and JD Glass in the inside there. Tall Talk goes bold. Here's Blue Spot Pride ripping into it the outside of that Ruahine Miss. Further back there we go to Kapai Rama and Black Matic on the corner. Your favourites, shot to the lead. He's home, James. JD Glass races away from Tall Talk, and Ruahine Mist has got a good race. And behind them there we go to Blue Spot Pride. Out wider of that we would have had Cuba Libra. Further back there we go to Kapai Rama, Black Matic. And 150 metres down the track, Red Rhythm's the last one in.
Right. So it was a good finish in race number 4, but no doubt about it, number 2, JD Glass. And here is JD Glass leaving the boxes now in front. A lot of cheek coming from Tall Talk out wider on the track. It actually, JD Glass and Tall Talk to check one another at heading into the back straight. And out wider on the track, Red Rhythm. You watch your Red Rhythm, it breaks down, I think, at this stage of the journey. Out of the bend they go, and Tall Talk in front. Out wider on the track, JD Glass, a length or two back, Red Rhythm just breaking down there now, Red Rhythm. Problems there with that, the Greyhound and the Red Rug. In the gold is Blue Spot Pride, and out wider on the track we go Ruahine Mist and Black Matic in the pink. And a length or two back is Cuba Libra. Just checking at this stage there, JD Glass and Tall Talk. Tall Talk just coming off the back of JD Glass, and racing into it quickly there was Blue Spot Pride. I thought it might have carried on with a run but didn't. Running on late round the outside was Ruahine Mist, and between them Kapai Rama in the black. But the favourite has got away on the corner, JD Glass, and will race away and score impressively in race number 4. Tall Talk will get the second placing in the blue rug, so the favourites 1-2. Not going to get too rich here, and the third one in number 6, and that was Ruahine Mist. So the numbers required 2, 4 and 6 in race number 4. Here's the head-on shot, and you can see them all bouncing out reasonably well. The slow boxer there was Kapai Rama, so he's done pretty well to get up near the pace going down the back straight. To going into the first bend, not too many problems, and out wider is JD Glass, and the inside there is Tall Talk. 5 lengths, a length, 1 3/4 lengths, and the time 33.28, 33.28 for the winner, JD Glass, in race number 4. We'll take a short break, and then we'll have it all official for you in the 4th of the afternoon.
It's surprising the difference a little healthy competition can make. Prices come down. Standards of service go up. And how do you find out? From advertising. Advertising. That's the way it works.
The Gallops Pick 6 gives you a shot at some big money on Saturday. This week there's $50,000 to be won. Use your skill to pick the 6 winners, or play the easy way with a Pick 6 easy bet. Either way, the big money could be yours.
And the sun setting here in Auckland, just over the southern motorway here. Quite a stream of traffic out there too at the moment. A lot of people heading home after a hard day at the office. Coming back at the head is JD Glass, mum and daughter there, bringing back the winner by High Spot Lad from Miss Merlene. Second one home was number 4, Tall Talk, and 3rd and 6, Ruahine Mist. Divvies, JD Glass, $1.90 and $1.25 for Tall Talk. at 1.85, and 6 Ruahine missed $1.90. The Quinella 2 with 4 was $3.25, and the trifecta 2, 4, 6, $19.45. Race number 5, present again at 270, 165. Someone must know more about it than we do. 2 Fiery Red, 865, 265, 3 Bonjour Blue, 13.80 and $3.55. Number 4 is Master Glider, and that's on at 22.20 and $4.95. 5 Ladies First, 15.70 and $2.60. To number 6, Linda's Lucky, 8.10 and $2.10. 7 Barbie Keto, 7.20 and $2.60, and number 8 Dino's Flyer, $3.20 and 95 cents for the place. Strategic investment in race number 5. It's 3 and 6 on top. To run second, 3, 6 and 8, and the field to run third. So 3, 6, 3, 6 and 8, and the field, and that's in 50-cent units, will cost $12. Our Qantas Australian Racing Service in operation today across the Tasman. We're at 3 venues, and we can have a look at the opening market on the first and update some weather and track conditions first of all. At Caloundra in Queensland, the weather is fine and the track is soft. At Moe in Victoria, weather overcast and the track soft there. And Wyong in New South Wales, the weather fine and the track is heavy. So fine and soft for Caloundra. At Moe, it's overcast and soft. And Wyong, it is fine and heavy. The first race coming to us at 5 o'clock, the Rocket Stakes, and in this number 1, Archikilia at $13.45 and $4.30. K Walker 2, Calavari 8.25 and $3.10. Jay Byrne 3 on notice. D Messingham at $14.70 and $5.35. Number 4 is Moonlights, $5.20 and $2.55. 5 Jewel Mission. Eddie Wilkinson incidentally aboard Moonlights. Jewel Mission S Calicidas at $7.85 and $2.35. Number 6 is Quick Snip, Jay Taylor, $20.65 and $6.75. 7 Whale of a Night, A Patillo at $8.65 and $2.95. 8 Grand Republic, M Aspinall at $22.35 and $4.10. 9 Dan's Choice, D Craven, $6.85 and $2.35. 10 and Shell, A Earhart, $39.85 and $9.10. Number 11 is Bengal Rebel, J. Babarich, $17.55 and $4.90. 12 Booties, B. Cooper, $11.30 and $3.75. We scratched 13 for Kelly's Princess, L. Degura at $34.55 and $9.35. 15 Marina Echo, B. Richardson, $17.30 and $5.60. 16 is Trevelyan Court, J. Dowling, $25.15 and $6.95, and we scratch number 17. The remaining 5 races, we can look at scratchings. In the second, the Gippsland, they all start. Race number 3, the Kings Beach 2-year-old, 3 Prince Courier, 10 Shining Polish, and 13 Hewlin Heights are the defections. Race number 4, the Cub Carlton Flying Handicap, we scratch number 10 Tactics. To the 5th, a few to come out of this, 1 Bangkok Smile, 3 Perfect Hero, 6 Simple Move, 8 Euralis, 14 Casanova, 16 Coffee Queen. Race number 5, 17 Lawful comes out, and 18 Mighty Perfection, 17 and 18 come out. And to the last, 8 Carte Blanche and 11 Kampala Star are the scratchings in our 6th and final race on our Qantas Australian Racing Service. We're going to have a look at selections for race number 1. The best bet is 2 Calavari, a tough sprinter with a good record on the track. And the trackside testers are number 4 Moonlights, improved after a first up run at Eagle Farm. The Aussie odds, 5-2. Is number 3 on notice, 5-1 for Calavari, 6-1 Archikilia, 8-1 Whale of a Night, and also Booties. Back at the Manukau Stadium now, and we're not too far away from our next race here, race number 5, joined by Ian Hasty. Ian, very good afternoon and welcome along to our Thursday trackside program.
Afternoon, Peter.
The old team running along pretty well for you. I better stand in front of the TV so we can see it properly. It's Quick Snip 3s out to 7 at 2. 7 Whale of a Night 6s and out to 8s. 8 Grand Republic 20. And that's come in a little to 14s and 9 Dan's Choice. 10 moved a point into 9s. 10 and Shell 20s and has gone out to 25 to 1. Looking at the Aussie odds for our first race. 3 minutes from post time.